Hello. Hi, I am here. And today it's yes, gaming time. Hi. Anywho, so what we're gonna do right now is continue like okay, I finished the first one, but I haven't posted it yet, but I will because I think it would be better if I posted both of the characters, because at least like on other accounts on VGen I've already posted it, but on here not yet. Oh yeah, I should update the One Piece counter. One Piece. Yeah, I now have finished One Piece until episode 130. Like the marine attack was kind of a bust, and Robin officially joined the crew. Like Robin just kind of wants to hang out. Vanille's more Premier League ready than La Liga ready. Wait, so are they gonna sell him to a club? Like, is he like transferring away from Real Madrid? No, he wouldn't let that happen. But even though, like, okay, so the main thing plaguing Real Madrid was like, yeah, the main thing plaguing Real Madrid is that Vinicius and Mbappe play in the same position, and then neither of them wants to give that up. Oh, there's a contract negotiation. So I think he might want to, like, Wait, Arsenal is interested! No, Arsenal, sit down. It's always Arsenal. Like, it's always Arsenal. Like, what? Like, if there's like a player that's like slightly famous, it's like Arsenal is just like there, waiting on the wings. Anyway, like football transfer. Usually around this time I'm like really hard following transfer news, but I haven't been able to do so lately. Sega released Persona 3 the movie on YouTube. So like, is that like just all the cutscenes? You might be wondering, Arum, where is the drawing in this drawing stream? Not to worry, we'll get there. Hmm. Uh-huh. Wait, is Rodri actually going to Real Madrid? Oh, the actual movie animated by A1. A1 animates like literally everything. Why do these what are the most interesting transfers that have happened or that are rumored? Oh, there was a report that Rodriguez was recovering Madrid, but isn't he Spanish? Couldn't it be that he's just like, taking a chill time at home? Didn't they get Rodri from Atletico Madrid? Isn't that where he came from before City? That or I'm misremembering things. Oh yeah, he was at Atletico Madrid before City. If he really is moving to Real Madrid, that's gonna be a problem. Like they always get like Atletico always gets really mad whenever one of their players moves to Madrid. My surprise was Anthony Gordon. Oh yeah, that happened pretty early. Like, yeah, that is pretty confusing. What the heck does Barcelona want with Anthony Gordon? We don't know. I guess we'll see once the season starts. Oh yeah, Karamadayami. Where did he go again? Right, you might be wondering where the drawing is in this drawing stream. Alright, here. I changed his pose a little bit because like I wanted because our Red Velvet boy is a drummer and I wanted that to be evident in this picture. So the original pose, I still have it. I just thought that it wasn't as appropriate. And here's the other pose. He's resting a hand on his face, holding his drumsticks. I think I need to move his shoulders a bit lower. I'll just do that now. The funniest one is Subject 47 to Villa. I mean, like, I'm not really the type of person to believe pack it up, it's over, but, you know, I'm just not sure if this is going to work out. Okay, I think that's better. I'll just adjust the collar and whatnot. Anywho, I also started watching Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is in like because yeah, see people you'll know because Muse Asia had a limited showing of Demon Slayer recently, and I caught it like what one like a day before it was about to end. So I was like, can I catch up on all of these episodes of Demon Slayer before they take it off the next day? And the answer was simply put no. But I still kept. I think I was able to get through a good chunk of the first season. I think I'm halfway through the first season. It's fun. Like I'm impressed with how far UFO Table has come in terms of animation. Like because I still remember the first didn't Demon Slayer lose to Chainsaw Man? In where? In what way? In what way did Demon Slayer lose to Chainsaw Man? I mean, I guess like swords are weaker than chainsaws. No, they lost an award. I don't really pay much attention to awards. Hmm. Hello. Xabi Alonso's Chelsea looks interesting. I wonder if he'll be able to do something there. Or maybe the bosses will get impatient and sack him. How are you? Doing great. I'm drawing. I'm drawing samples for commissions that will be going up on my account. And I'm also just yapping about stuff like anime and sports and whatnot. Hello, Gundam fan. I'm writing my own comic book superhero and its universe that lives in. Wish me luck. Oh, good luck! Writing is fun. I've sort of warmed up to the idea of writing. Okay, now let's line art. There are 4 Persona 3 movies. Disturbing the peace. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Like I think this oh it will only stay up for a month. So you could probably watch like one per day. Yeah, that's by the time I found out that Muse Asia had like had the limited showing of Demon Slayer, I only had 19 hours left, and if you were to watch the whole Demon Slayer series, I counted the timestamps on the channel, and it was like something around the line of something along the lines of 25 hours. Yeah, something around like that. 25 hours, including like some of the newer seasons. So yeah, there was no hope of me finishing the whole anime. but I did but I did enjoy it. It was fun. think it'll color if you color your art. Patience, my friend. It will happen later. Um, trying to draw his face. Yeah, his design is a bit less complex than than my other character. I guess I better show the finished product for those that haven't seen it yet. Yeah, this is this is the other one that I finished off screen. If you want something similar, you can commission me. It's 20 USD. So I'm trying to achieve the same level of quality with her brother here. His design is a lot less complex, so it's gonna be a bit easier. Even when I added his drumsticks. Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen? Yes, I've watched, I think, the first season and a bit of the second. I, I stopped around the time Gojo and Geto had a breakup. I should really continue it. But then I'm watching like a bunch of other stuff like One Piece and Demon Slayer and other things. And fire hands. Fire hands. Yeah, the cool thing about the vector layers is that I can adjust the paper. Why did I say paper? I can adjust the strokes if they don't go my way. Like something goes like something that happens like this, easy, just erase it. Something happens like that, boom. It helps make things a bit faster. Although if you have like an art style that is not really like line art heavy, then this might be a bit annoying. Because also I think it takes up a bit more space. that's also easier to delete stuff that I don't like. So that's nice. Uh, na na na. Mm. Okay, now hair. This is important because I have tutorials and stuff on how to hair. So, okay, what I am doing with the hair now is not the only thing I will be doing with the hair. Got addicted to gambling and holiday. Oh boy. It's not this is not the only thing I will be doing with the hair. Let me just put that out. I could actually like show it right now. I wish I could have streamed this step. But anyway, let's open my previous drawing. Yeah, here. You can see that in this picture she has some different strands of hair. Like here, there, hair. Like some on her pigtails and her bangs. And yeah, I basically add those later. Like an in-game portrait. Thank you. I'm glad that you think that. Yeah, like music I'm playing right now is from Genshin. Like, I just found the list. I found some chill Genshin soundtrack playlists. So yeah, I don't play Genshin anymore, but I have, the music is still nice. What the heck is going on in Genshin anyway? I feel like if I were to go back to play Genshin now, I'd have a lot to catch up on. Like, when I stopped playing, Natlan had just gotten released, and I was like, and when I continued playing, I'm still like in the middle, I think, of the Natlan Archon quest. So how much more? How much more would there be to go? Like, they don't even have a skip button. Like, Honkai Star Rail has a skip button. Even Fago has a skip button. Yeah, fair. Hello, the furry fox redeemed the water? Yep, I'm gonna drink some water. Tastes good. Delicious water. That game hasn't had many quality of life updates. To be fair, they did add pity, like, when it was already, like, 10 years old. Wait, I'm gonna have to look at my reference of this character again. What is this boy's hairstyle? I gave him this weird thing up here, and then something over here. Then something here. Yesterday, I spotted Spider-Man in a mall. Actually, you just reminded me of something funny. So I went to the mall one day, and it was like Halloween. So I saw a guy dressed like the Joker. That's not the funny part. The funny part is that he was surrounded with his other, I assume his other friends, but then he was the only one in costume. Like they were all together. I don't exactly know what happened there, but I did see one of the friends holding a gift. So this is just my theory, but like maybe a friend of theirs had a birthday and then Joker was supposed to be the birthday clown. Imagine Joker is your birthday clown. Hello, Lost Life. I saw a guy in Spider-Man costume in Osaka. He also had like one of those squeaky rubber chickens with him. I wonder what he was doing. I hope he earned a lot that night. I did make sure to get some pictures of Spider-Man. Imagine a Heath Ledger Joker as the birthday clown. His shield was a trash lid. Actually, that's a pretty good way to make a Captain America shield. I've experienced having to make cosplay props out of cardboard. I don't know what happened there. I think my like there's this text to speech thing, and like I think Siri picked up what I was saying, but it's not my Siri. It's like another Siri across the room. Scrolling on videos of YouTube, and I saw this live. I never saw your channel before, so I'm new. Sorry for the weird English. That's okay. Hi, welcome. I draw things and play games, but now it is drawing time. Is that Clip Studio Paint? Yep. There were also talks about Nuno Mendes wanting to join Barca soon. That Holland meme is everywhere still. Yeah, I mean, like, someone like Holland doesn't just stop getting memed. He's just a very memeable guy. And to be fair, I do think that he kind of leans into it a bit. Like, he knows he's funny. Oh, you draw so well, thanks. Ferran Torres might move to PSG. Really? Why would they do that? Ahí está. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the place. The place where we draw things and talk about things and also talk about drawing things. You know, that's just the kind of place this is. Help? What do you need help with? I was younger, so much younger than today. Na-na-na-na. I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now I'm older and I'm not so self-assured. Open at the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. I've just been talking about sports and anime and stuff like that. What are you drawing? I'm drawing my character. I'm drawing my original character. I made him a couple streams ago. Like, I think the stream I made him on was the What If Food Was Anime stream. And he was one of the characters that I made. Like, basically, at that point, I hadn't made a lot of boy characters. Wait a minute. That's not him. That's his sister. Let me just. I think I have a picture here. Here. Here, I made. This is a character I made a couple streams ago. His design is based on red velvet cookies, and he's supposed to be like a marching band drummer. What else are you live streaming on? Oh, I'm also on YouTube. Basically, I stream on Twitch and YouTube. You can choose between either platform. Everybody has their reasons for choosing. So, yeah, just pick wherever you feel the most at home, you know? I know there are some that prefer Twitch to YouTube and YouTube to Twitch. I feel like I would ask, hey, what do you guys prefer, YouTube or Twitch? But then, like, the answer would already be betrayed by which platform you're watching me on. So if you're watching me on YouTube, you probably prefer YouTube, and if you're watching me on Twitch, you prefer Twitch. So, yeah, pointless questions. You think P3 movie, and then you'll watch P4G. I'd rather play the games. Like, I don't really believe in game adaptations. I use Ibis Paint because I can't pay Clip Studio. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm guessing that you're drawing on a tablet, like a pen, like an iPad or something like that. But yeah, Ibis Paint Studio is pretty solid if you can't pay for Procreate and you can't and you can't pay for Clip Studio, you can use Ibis Paint. There's some like paid features that you can use there, but for the most part, most of the good features are free. So I honestly, let me be real for a second. I always kind of found Ibis Paint kind of difficult to draw on. I don't know why it feels like the lines don't come out right on there. Ah, 3D modeling software. Keep forgetting that Street Fighter movie exists. Like when like I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Noah Centineo walking out in the Game Awards, like, wait! Wait, you're still around? I thought they only wheeled you out for Netflix dramas. Like, Noah Centineo is the guy that plays every love interest in, like, Netflix teen dramas. Like, I think he was in To All the Boys I Loved Before as the guy that the main character ends up with. So, can you tell me about yourself? I am an android from the future, and I like drawing. I like art, games, making art, looking at art. I also like anime, sports sometimes. I also think about some random things like there I have other interests that I don't. I already know someone that would love your other character that you showed. Oh, really? That's cool. I always look to try new things. What do you want to be in the future? Animator or something like this? Wait, how far into the future are we talking? I'd like to be a successful artist somehow. So, yeah. I used to post art on the social medias, but then I never really got a lot of success on there because I am kind of terrible at the whole social media thing. Like, all that stuff about numbers and posting times and the algorithm, I never really got it. So, but then, something I did know that someone that has watched Mariah Elizabeth for 6 years. Oh, I watch Mariah Elizabeth's videos. I like her channel. Like, I think I found her channel during the pandemic, and then she was making, like, the squishy makeover stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is fun. And then she branched out into a bunch of different art projects. Your V character is so cool. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like my VTuber. This was a years long design process, although kind of we are still children of the city. So yes, let's wait for you to become professional artist. Although, like, I don't think I didn't design this character at first with the intentions of becoming a VTuber. Like, this was a very old character that received a lot of redesigns, and this is just kind of my final form, I suppose. My favorite part is that she has to use other squishies for body parts and brings them in as lovely victims. There was this one particular video, I think it was when she was making one of the rabbits. Then she's like, hey, we can like, hey, let's make friends. And then, okay, you're gonna have to say goodbye because we're going to we're gonna cut this other rabbit up. I have a question. What layer type are you supposed to use for highlights? Well, it depends. Like, you can use. Hold on. Let me just do a very quick demonstration. Just a bit. Let's have this as our base, and then this. Now, if you're confident enough to just like paint on the stuff, then you can just go with the normal layer. If you're confident enough in your knowledge of color theory, you can use, let's say you want this to be like a yellowish highlight, then you just color it in like that. But if you want a bit of an effect to make it look a bit more if you want to look a bit more, glowy and stuff, let me put that back. Let me use a darker yellow for this one. Yeah. So you can use add or add glow to make it look more like it's glowing. Or you can use color dodge or glow dodge. Just pick the one that works for you. Screen is the classic one. Like, screen is the one that they usually put in digital art tutorials. Thanks so much. I like your OC. Thank you. Your jacket is gone. Well, it's locking in time, so no jacket. I really need to toggle my jacket onto another, So yeah, like, basically the glow ones will just give your layer a bit more of a glow effect. Others will make the color brighter, and you just kind of just experiment based on what effect you desire in your work. Anyway, do you prefer with jacket or without the jacket? Honestly, I prefer it with the jacket. Yeah. Just like in anime, she gets stronger with more every layer of clothing that she removes. I sleep for a total of 800 hours per day. There aren't even 800 hours in a day. My fantasy characters take too much influence from the Final Fantasy. Well, there's a reason it's called Final Fantasy now, isn't there? I mean, it's not the initial fantasy. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I hate drawing hats. Why do my characters have hats? Why do I make characters with hats when I can't draw them? I watch Jaden Animations, Alan Becker, Brewster Films, Dane Bow. Oh yeah, I like Jaden Animations. I watch a lot of like there was a time when she was starting to make videos where she would play a lot of games. And those are probably my favorite videos of hers. Her Pokemon Nuzlocke, her Rhythm Heaven speedrun. Like I remember she started like the whole Pokemon Nuzlocke animation trend thingy. I wanted to try doing one, but I never really get to finish Nuzlocks. Rainbow is the annoying orange creator, right? Hey, Apple! Well, for me, like the art tubers that I watch, like like either animations or like just regular art creators. I find a lot of people on YouTube who mostly they just do like crafts and stuff. They like most of their content is like pretty quiet, you know, they just like put on some chill music and then footage of them making stuff. Uh well yeah, like I think um hmm, used to watch Odd Ones Out. What's your starter in Gen 1? I haven't played Gen 1. How do you make your hands look so well? My hands look like French fries. Oh, thank you. I actually didn't think that that the hands I drew looked all that good. Anyway, so drawing hands is difficult. I know this. You know this. We all know this. But basically, you can try to make the process not so painful by. I've seen people suggest like drawing hands like okay, so you have like the hand shape, right? Let's say you're drawing from your hand, and then you get a kind of thick brush, and you add like the fingers and stuff, like the thumb, and then there, and then you can kind of do the lines from there. So you know, erase the stuff that you need, erase the stuff you don't need. Maybe do it with a bigger brush than I am. Redeem posture check. Okay. Back pillow activate. If I had to pick one Gen 1 starter, I would pick Squirtle. Squirtle is cool. In the anime, there's like a Squirtle with shades. There's a gang of Squirtles that wear glasses. You're okay, if you're working traditionally, then that technique might also be a wash. So yeah. Just honestly just practice. Like look up references of hands, try to draw them, familiarize yourself with the parts of the hand. Like keep an eye on all the details of the hand. Like a lot of like when I was just starting out drawing hands, I would forget there's like a okay, so open your hand into a palm, right? And then there's like this bit of skin between your thumb and the rest of your hands. So you have to really have to keep an eye out for that because like I would just okay, so if you were to draw a hand that's a bit more like this. It's not perfect, okay? Just but then I would do it more like I'm just trying to demonstrate the L thing. Those are the things that I watch the most. Yeah, like when I most of what I watch on YouTube is like arts and crafts people. Because they're just the most fun to watch, you know? I just like watching people make things. Also, cooking videos. I love cooking videos. Cooking videos are my favorite. I love cooking videos. They're you've never seen an object show, you should see it. I've never haven't really seen many object shows. Like they came up a bit after my time. Like they're a pretty recent development. I'm kind of old. I'm just gonna put that out there. Because they started in 2010. I might have hmm. Do I remember any mention of object shows in 2010? I don't think that was like I don't think that was like my sphere of YouTube. Have you ever made a drawing and hid the line and seen how wonky it looks? Well, yeah, but that's how some people make art. VOGs. The old. The olds. Tape tool, baby! Dare you to make this look like hyper pop art. I haven't tried that. Like that's when you make art with like really really bright colors. I should try that sometime. That sounds like fun. But right now I'd like to stick to my regular art style because these are samples for commissions and I'd like to give people like, something that they could realistically expect from me. This is my already finished version of this is my already finished other example. So I'm trying to stay in line with that. They look like marshmallows on sticks right now, but calm down. I see that you like sports. What kind of sports? Standing round a campfire, let's sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that you can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. Bong, bong, bong. CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think you can sing it faster, then you're wrong. It'll help if you just sing along. CAMPFIRESONG song. Patrick! CAMPFIRE Squidward! Good! And I'll... Are you using Clip Studio Paint? Yes, I'm using Clip Studio Paint right now. Krita is a very good free program. I use Krita to rarely animate. I do animation sometimes, and Krita is the only free program that I found. Any sports? YouTubers that talk about goosebumps. Oh, goosebumps! Like those books used to be like in the school libraries when I was young. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't. I don't think I've actually watched the Goosebumps though. Okay, I'm not sure what, but something happened where all of my lines duplicated. I like how you render and draw. I started drawing a couple months ago and get better. Yeah, it'll get better eventually. That's usually what happens. Nickelodeon is still up. Oh yeah, it's Cartoon Network that went off the air recently. That's sad, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the painstaking process of unduplicating my lines. Let me manifest mimicry. Like Disney is still technically up, but like I don't think they have like the Disney Channel anymore. Everything's just on Disney Plus now. I don't have Disney Plus. I think I watched like a recording of Hamilton on there once, but that was on a relative's Disney Plus. And I was pretty much the only one that insisted that we watch it. Like my family does not like musicals. I am the only one that like usually I tend to be like the only one that likes certain things, and yeah, musicals just happen to be one of those certain things. So I kind of had to be like, please, let's watch Hamilton. And then my family is like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, just so you stop asking. Nickelodeon. Speaking of Nickelodeon, I know some people that would do a lot that would just like watch the Nickelodeon shows like Victorious or iCarly. Like iCarly is pretty iCarly is funny. You know the pain of making a good sketch and accidentally deleting a masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah, like you do it and then you forget to save. Or you don't save at all, and then you're like, oh, whatever. And it's like, wait a minute, that was actually kind of fire, come back! I mean, like, what's good on Disney is, my favorite has to be iCarly in Japan. Like, I think Nickelodeon's site still does post, like, SpongeBob clips. So, there's that. They also had, I think, was it Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network that had a fighting game that kind of went bust? I think it was Cartoon Network that had the fighting game. The one with LeBron James in it. LeBron. Is Clip Studio paint free? They have a free trial for some. Yeah, they have a free trial, but you know you have to pay. Depending on what device you're getting it on. You'll either need to pay for a perpetual license, which means you need to pay once, or not counting updates. Or you can pay for like I think an iPad, thing that you have the only option that you have is like the monthly or yearly subscriptions. I think on iPad the trial is like I don't really know much about these topics, so I can't really give much of an opinion. I'm just like I'm just here for watching cartoons and stuff. But then again, Disney kind of had like some I don't know. I feel like saying that Disney didn't rely on new stuff is I feel like that's not entirely accurate. Like didn't they have the Owl House, which was pretty successful? Also, they started showing episodes of Naruto, so that's something. Like the Owl House and I think Gravity Falls was also from Disney. The only recent cartoons I watch are Amphibia and Owl House. I've heard of Amphibia, but I'm not quite sure what network it was on. Okay, Amphibia is also from Disney. Oh yeah, oh Disney had to cut the Owl House? I did not know that. Well, that's kind of unfair. I highly doubt that there's a Clip Studio shortcut for my very unique situation. I haven't heard of much coming out of. We lost the owl house for a werewolf brain rot. So yes, yet another entry in the. Nah, I was gonna say like owl house is about witches, not vampires. My bad. I'll find some background music for us. Let's play. Yay, 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 yay. Wow, there's a lot of music that I'd like to play, but then. Ooh! I was just talking about cooking channels. Like, there was this cooking channel that I used to watch called Mori Kitchen that made cooking videos based on the foods from Genshin, and apparently they also have, like, playlist that they also have a playlist of Genshin music to relax, study, and cook too. Putting their stuff on YouTube. Yeah, that's fun. Thanks for letting me tell you about Nickelodeon. No problem. I'm what was I going to say? Yeah, as you can see, I'm sometimes at a loss for words. So, you know, people mouthing off in the chat is how I find things to talk about on streams. Although, you know, mouth off with consideration to the rules, of course. I have a fun idea. What if I make you fan art? Oh yes, that would be very appreciated. I have some tags on the Twitter. I have some tags that can be used on the Twitter. You can look at my profile and find the tags that I have on my bio. So yeah, just tag your fan art and your I guess clips and memes. I don't know if anybody's gonna be making those, but yeah. Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, there was this time when Nickelodeon went to my school. Like they had like the whole slime thing, and then basically they had a like there was like this what's it? I was talking that I didn't notice the chart that Hollow 30 was playing. Jonas, send your sticks! Yeah, Nickelodeon went to my school once, and they had like, you know, you got to play some games, and then people got slimed. I was honestly like I was still like a kid at that time, and I was very scared of getting slimed. So I did not get slimed. Although I was qualified to do so. Yeah, I was kind of a scaredy cat as a kid. When I was a young robot. When she was a young robot. Did Cartoon Network really ignore YouTube? Weren't there like wasn't there like content for their shows like Cartoon Network and okay, to be fair, I haven't seen like cartoon clips from Disney, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some from Cartoon Network, like for some of their more popular shows. Like Legend of Legend Avatar. Okay, to be fair, a lot of Avatar content here is just like from other sources. Yeah, Cartoon Network profits off of toys. I accidentally drew a shelf. What a nice shelf. But yeah, Last Airbender was really, really popular. Oh yeah, there is an Avatar Last Airbender channel where they post clips and stuff. Obviously, I cannot show them because I will. Oh my god, they have the clip of "There is no war in Ba Sing Se." What are Nickelodeon shows nowadays? I don't really keep track of cartoons as much as I used to. Oh, they have SpongeBob SquarePants. Nah. There's 4 hours of SpongeBob. Oh my gosh. Paw Patrol. Oh yeah, I think yeah, something that you could praise Nickelodeon for is though like bringing attention to their older shows. I drew a cute axolotl. Oh no. I'm gonna get copyright claim for that split second of the SpongeBob theme! Very Odd Parents, Transformers Show, Patrick Show, NFL, Slime Time, SpongeBob, The Smurfs. Wait, the NFL? Like American football? They show the NFL on Nickelodeon? Oh, they do show the NFL on Nickelodeon. That's crazy. Oh yeah, they have like I'm not sure why I'm surprised by this. There's like you know I think the kid channels for the BBC have like kid friendly showings of Formula 1. They even have like little animated versions of the drivers. And they even that's where the Lewis Hamilton doing the Gangnam Style meme came from. I mean, not sure if it's a meme. It's more like a funny clip of Lewis Hamilton's animated character doing the Gangnam Style. So the MVP of the game gets slimed. McLaren animation. Are they still doing that? I hope they're still doing that. What's that? F1 animation. No, I think it's like F1 kids. I don't think they do it anymore. The last stuff that I could find is from like 2025. The McLaren animation is already wrapped. Like the 3D models they use for the drivers in F1 kids, they look a bit off. I'm more into the other kind of football, you know, soccer. I got into soccer from watching anime. Like, I think most of my interests come from, oh, I watched an anime once. La. Wait, what was I doing? Okay, now that I'm done cleaning my work, I'll add some feathers to his hat, I suppose. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, this looks kind of... Hey, those don't look like feathers, and yes, I'll probably draw over them later. But for now, yeah, this is just like guidelines and stuff. I'll probably do something like I did with the other character's hair. This is just to see how big they'll be. You play Draw Me and Roblox, it will gather the attention of some iPad kids. Like, I tend to talk about, like, I try to keep the stream PG as much as possible, but I also curse a lot, and I actually haven't cursed once in this whole stream yet. I like to keep the stream as PG as possible, but I also curse a lot, and sometimes the discussion, like, I tend to, like, sometimes the discussion wanders off into places where that are not strictly PG. So I would prefer to have like a more mature audience. So yeah, I'm a bit cautious. I did do Roblox streams before. Like I did stream like Dress to Impress and other things, but mostly Dress to Impress, because Dress to Impress is basically the only reason I ever made a Roblox in the first place. Dress to Impress is just kind of fun. Now you're all caught up with the network. I watched, yeah, most of the time I'd watch my cartoons on Disney. Like when I was growing up, Disney Channel was the thing for everyone. Yeah, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network all existed in harmony. But I mostly watched stuff from Disney. Of course, I did like tune into Nickelodeon to watch like SpongeBob and Fairy Odd Parents and stuff. But a lot of the shows, like, okay, so Disney Channel's programming differed regionally, differed based on where you were from. And since I am from Southeast Asia, I got a lot of like kinda niche Southeast Asian shows. Those were cool. Hello, what are you drawing today? I am drawing, one of my original characters. Yeah, this guy. He has a design based on red velvet cookies, and he's a marching band drummer. So I'm trying to draw something like his. Okay, I think I will just think. His pose is like this now, but it used to just be like this because I changed it because I wanted it to be obvious that he's a drummer. And what do drummers have? Sticks. So he has drumsticks now. Also, I made these little doodle thingies, but I probably won't be adding them to the last because I feel like that would cost a bit more if I were to include them in commissions. I remembered watching Star Versus and Gravity Falls. Oh, Gravity Falls is fun. Oh yeah, what I like. Okay, you want to know what's cool? Your mom. Just kidding. I was gonna talk about Amazing World of Gumball. That's peak cartoon. 10 out of 10. I love Nicole and Amazing World of Gumball. Yeah, basically, like, most of the characters are funny. All of the characters are pretty funny. Like, I really like the mixed art styles of Gumball. I'm trying to even this out as much as possible. Drawing guy eyes as old Nicktoon shows. Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers. They still make me laugh. I like SpongeBob. But then again, SpongeBob is pretty popular with a lot of people. But yeah, SpongeBob is peak. Deservedly so. Anywho. I hate SpongeBob. What SpongeBob are you watching? Because like older seasons of SpongeBob is like genuinely peak cartoon. I know I just said Gumball was peak cartoon, but you know, two things can be peak cartoon at the same time. Disney sing-along CD back then. Remembered watching that. I can show you the world. I can show you the world of... Remember when High School Musical was like a really big hit with everybody in my like grade school class? Together, 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 everyone. Like High School Musical was yeah, I'll use my one curse this. High School Musical was my shit back then. It was everybody's collective shit. I saw the third movie and Zac Efron didn't sing in the first movie. Yeah, because like he was still learning how to sing and he couldn't really figure it out, so they got another singer for him. To be fair, I think it gets more obvious the more you watch the movies that it really doesn't really sound like it really doesn't sound like Zac Efron in the first one. We're soaring, flying. Also, I don't think he had... Okay. Like, I think they only started giving Troy solos in the later movies, like the second and the third. The bet on it meme. You know that Vine where he does, like, the bet on it stuff? All I gotta do. And then he slaps the pool. I'm not gonna stop. Thank you for letting me tell you my opinion. No problem. That's just what we do here. I'm not gonna stop. Not gonna stop till I get my shot. Disney Channel in the 90s made so many of animated movie IPs. I always felt they missed out by not making a Mulan series. When my sister told me Zac Efron didn't sing, I was frozen. Frozen? Like the hit movie Frozen. Let it go. just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not making a Mulan series. Actually, now that you bring it up, that would be interesting. But then I think the only good one of those like TV shows was like the Lilo and Stitch one. Also, The Emperor's New School. Although I might be kind of biased in that regard. I don't play around when it comes to Disney zombies. Didn't know. I vaguely heard that Disney had like a show about zombies, but I haven't. But yeah, I don't really watch a lot of cartoons nowadays. Like I just go off what I hear about. And yeah, cartoon fandom used to be was a bit more of a like I don't know, you heard a lot more about cartoon fandom like a couple years ago. Not so much these days. Probably because everything's on streaming now. And I tend to watch like anime and stuff. I like anime. Get the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow. Then you rock out the show. Yeah, it's like, wait. Also, I think Brother woke up, had to put him back to sleep. So what did you say about my Roblox idea? Oh yeah, what I said was like, yeah, I'm a bit careful about like streaming Roblox these days because you tend to, I don't know, like I tend to have like, although I try to keep these streams as PG as possible, I tend to have like not so PG humor. So I'm a bit like careful about that. So I would prefer to attract, I suppose, more mature audiences. So yeah, I haven't done a Roblox stream in a while for that reason. Tell you my safest we can play is Block Tales. What's Block Tales? Tell you my favorite Disney sitcom of all time. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Is it Hannah Montana? Not gonna lie, I haven't really watched Hannah Montana. I did see the movie, and I still quote and reference the movie. I still remember the hold down, throw down. Walk the plank. I think that's a bit beyond my time. Wow, I'm old. Like, you know, Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo became famous from Disney, and I didn't even get, like, you know, the shows that they were on and supposedly got famous from came out after I stopped watching Disney. Taylor Swift was in the Hannah Montana movie. Sabrina Carpenter was in Milo Murphy's. The supposed, I guess, like, sequel, spiritual successor to, Phineas and Ferb. I've seen Bizarre and Fark 8 million times. Oh my god, like, the Kids Table song. The only thing I know from that show is the Kids Table song. Kids Table, that place to be! Kids Table. Wait a minute, I thought that Disney's greatest sitcom was Walk the Plank. Also, I like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Ferb was in Maze Runner? Oh yeah, his voice actor was an actor in the Maze Runner. Is this ready for coloring? Let me just... Yeah, I think this is ready for coloring. Still pretty basic, but this should provide us with our building blocks. I'll add all the decorations and stuff later. Like, his clothes have, as you can see in this sketch and the reference of him, his clothes have some decorations. Why is he only wearing one glove? It's a design choice. The time I joined other art YouTubers stream. It has 1 million subs, and I said I ain't sleeping. They said I can. And I stayed there until 5 in the morning. Let Hazy sleep, and someone donated for her to see it. Did you eventually get that shout out? Did the streamer tell you to sleep? The best dream of my life. They said I can sleep. Oh. Alright, back to the art. Start adding some colors. I moved the wrong layer. I can use like this ice cream thing. Thanks for at least letting me tell you a small list. Thank you for joining at 1 a.m. What were they doing for 5 hours? Okay, like I usually do these art streams once a week, and I usually just take 3 hours. But then, okay, last time I threatened to go more than that because I wanted to finish the drawing like on the stream itself, but then that clearly was not a possible task. So I ended up just like ending pretty early and then finishing off screen. I'd like to do some bigger art projects. I have other things planned. Oh yeah, I remember that Zendaya also got famous from Disney sitcoms, but I think I was still like at my tail end of my Disney watching days when she became like a Disney Channel sitcom person. Now she is acting in big movies. Please keep the spam to like try to I mean, you can give like a short description. Just like keep it short so that other people may talk. Anyway, yeah, I think I need to adjust the hair thing a bit. Hair. Hair. His hair is white, and it's gonna be hard to see in this background, so I'll just change that color. I did green in the last one, so that's too much. Oh, my eyes. There we go. I'm up to the final part of chapter 2. I can only beat it if I don't suck at rhythm games. Rhythm games. It takes a lot. Like, there are rhythm games are a genre that takes a lot of practice. Too much green! My eyes! Okay, this is a somewhat more bearable shade of green. Hard to color white hair. 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 I'm lagging. It might be either my internet or your internet. It's judging by the betting odds, it's probably my internet. My internet connection is kinda ass sometimes. Yeah, with all this talk of Disney and stuff, like, it reminds me that it's still kinda hard to believe that Marvel is owned by Disney now. And yeah, that just reminds me that there's a new Spider-Man. There is a new Spider-Man movie on the loose. Is it any good? And have any of you seen the new Spider-Man movie? And did you like it? I mean, like, try not to give spoilers for the people in the chat. I personally am not really that into Spider-Man, so I don't care. But yeah, for those that might not want to get spoiled, please give a nice spoiler-free reason as to why you liked it or didn't. See internet. The plots have sure gotten. Okay, to be fair, I was gonna say, like, wow, they had. Thanks for the pets. I was gonna say, like, wow, the plots sure have gotten weirder, but then I remember back then that there was, like, a Disney sitcom about this time-traveling boy. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much up to Disney standards. Oh, you know, Phil of the Future, yeah, that's pretty old, but also yeah, he was like a time traveling boy, and then he was like trying to adjust to the modern world and stuff. Don't look up Spider-Man movie on Google. Okay. We can't spoil any. Please, I haven't seen it. The new Spider-Man movie was kinda dull. How so? No spoilers. I have a question. Could you possibly draw my OC, please? Okay, if you would like to draw, if you would like me to like quickly draw your OC on stream, I offer doodles for super chats. Like if you donate 1 USD, or I'll doodle your character. If you give 3 USD, I'll color it. Yeah, and if you do ever give super chats, then you can post it on the community page so that I can see. And you also contribute to me possibly doing a whole stream bald. That's fantastic. This is just the clothes layer. That's okay. I mean, like, I'm not going anywhere. I know that YouTubers have YouTubers, streamers have a habit of just suddenly dropping off the face of the earth, but promise I won't. I won't just suddenly drop off the face of the earth. So, once you're ready, you can come back. Go on your anime training arc and get stronger. My unending Gunpla anime figures bill. I forgot to mention Alex Ayala won the final in tennis. Oh, that's so cool! Congratulations. Hang on a minute. I'm just gonna go for a while. I'll be right back. I hath returned. Anyway, bye for now. Okay. If I'm bored, I'll post my collection onto community post. How big is that collection of yours? You're always talking about, like, you've been in this chat for quite some time now, and you're always talking about, like, oh, I got a new figure and stuff. How many new figures have you gotten? Like, you're always talking about receiving them in the mail. Hey, hello! Get out of Barcelona, Ferran Torres. What happened? Classified? The number of figures you have? Wait, what color is his sleeve? It's somewhat lighter red. Yeah, that's also the color of his collar. Collar and collar. Remember, color and collar are two different words, although I guess you didn't need me to tell you that. Hello? I have 2 rooms worth of them. How big are the rooms? I've been saving up for your membership. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. A lot of unbuilt gunpla in the shed. Ah, yes, that's the... Like, buying gunplas Legos, like, you buy it, but then will you have time to build it? I actually want to, I've been thinking about doing some other building stream, but then, like next time I buy a thing, like my family didn't get to build the previous thing, so I would like for the next buildable thing that we buy to be something that they can, something that is built by them, so that they can have the fun. Or maybe I could try to assemble a piece of IKEA furniture. I'll have you guys know that I am very good at building IKEA furniture. It's one of my special skills besides drawing and sucking at video games. Is being bad at video games a skill? Well, like, I guess it must be a skill to have a lack of skill. What do you commission? I have, so basically, in my YouTube link, and in the in my YouTube bio and in my description, you'll see my VGen account. You can place commissions on there. Someone playing gacha games and never getting SSR. My friend was actually like that for a while. Like, I had a friend who would never get, like, who never got anything in Fate Grand Order. Like, he got his first 5-star, like, some, like a year or 2 years into playing. Well, the way that he'd get through is, like, you know, actually using his lower rarity units and also borrowing from friends, because that was a thing that you could do. I mean, it's still a thing that you can do. That's a thing you can do in Fago, which keeps the game from being totally insufferable if you're not a paying player. Yeah, like some gacha games, the pull rate of a 5% servant is less than 5-star servant is less than 1%. Yeah. Finally, I stopped lagging and can jump to the present. Welcome to the present! It may be the present for you, but for me, it's the past. And then... So, yeah, I'm yapping. Okay, these feathers are not behaving, so... Like, I cannot figure out what is the non-closed space in this. Maybe it's one of the other settings that I have here. You know, I'll just fill it in manually. The past is... Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we called the present. They had breakfast at 12 in the morning, so I am eating lunch at 6. Oh, wow. What a schedule. The latest that I usually wake up is like 11 a.m. And I just kind of skip breakfast altogether at that point. Dinner at midnight. Mayhaps. I don't abide by such human constructs of scheduling meals. Well, I kind of have to because I am living in a house with other people, and like it's more convenient to get all the dishes done at at a similar time. I eat whenever I am hungry. Also, I guess it's like it's like better if you have a set meal time. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm going past the lines, because I'm gonna remove the lines. Yeah, let's just do that right now. Bye! Okay, maybe not now. Okay, we still need to keep some of the lines just to see like where they start and end. Failed preschool, that's why she can't color in the lines. Hey, I'll have you know that my intelligence is higher than a preschool level. But yeah, okay, I never had trouble coloring within the lines or coloring within the lines at preschool. I think I did that just fine. It's just that I have a pretty distinct memory. So the school I had like these little wooden stencils of different shapes, and then paper and colored pencils for the kids to use. So yeah, I saw those and then I was like, yeah, I want to draw, but then I don't want to draw with just the shapes. So I would get like the paper. So I just get like the paper and then I would just draw on it. And then later on like the teachers were like, "All right, we're going to have to lay down some rules regarding the papers here." And then they said, "You can't just get the paper and draw whatever you like." And I was like, I feel like that was directed at me specifically. I think Thomas Mueller definitely plays Uma Musume. Oh yeah, he and Nikola Jokic are definitely following each other on that. Like, for those that Thomas Mueller is a football player. He also like owns horses, and I think one of his horses won something at the Olympics. Nikola Jokic is a basketball player who was NBA champion and also likes horses. It's a new day. Inspirational. Yeah, you want to talk about Demon Slayer? I played Demon Slayer. I mean, I watched Demon Slayer. Jokic was happier winning a horse trophy than his NBA championship. Like NBA championship, he was just like, "Oh wow, yippee!" And then I think he was like crying when his horse won the race. Oh yeah, his shirt. I forgot the color. I forgot that his shirt was another color. I could okay, unlike the previous one, I could probably finish this in one sitting. Because like I said, his design's a bit simpler, and I already did the whole thing about replacing his drumstick, replacing his pose earlier. The Jokic horse Ferrari McKinnon. You know what happened? The chat box on my end lag and let me open YouTube on it. So I was watching you with your stream being inside the chat, so I was watching you twice. Ooh, I am truly everywhere. So, all right, now we can add the details and stuff because, yeah, we need to add the details of his clothes. Add the white chocolate accents. Okay, I probably should have used the select tool. Yeah, the magic wand tool, you should probably use that. Don't be like me. Don't try to just, raw dog it. Because this will make your art process not only faster, but also faster. Try making his eyes white. I find it weird to have your eyes the same color as your skin. Oh, the skin tone, like, things that some characters have. Like, the thing that some characters have where the whites of the eyes are just like their skin color. Yeah, like, it's a pretty stylistic choice. I don't personally mind it. But yeah, it's just because it's not finished yet. Anywho. Okay. Usually like artists. I'm not sure if this is really like an art tip, but I also mentioned this in a previous stream. I think the line on his sleeve is supposed to go diagonally the other way. The top of his wrist, the shorter part, and the bottom is the longer part. Does your Roblox username have white tea on it? No. I don't think it does. Nuh-uh. I think it's just like, it's just like my name with a 52 in the middle. The line on his sleeve is supposed to go diagonally the other way. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm having a bit of trouble understanding what you're talking about, so let me just draw it again. Like this? Looks like a chocolate bar about to roast some marshmallows. These are drumsticks! Like, he plays like these big drums, so he needs big drumsticks. Just get to the trimming on his jacket. Wait, let me just adjust this one a bit. Button. If he eats red velvet, is that considered cannibalism? Maybe. But then I'm actually not sure like how the theming works in universe. Maybe it's just an aesthetic. Hello, how's it going? Hi, I'm drawing samples for some commissions. I'm drawing some original characters of mine. Wait, his My Chemical Romance jacket is... I think that the... Kinda like his sister's outfit. Use the G pen. I'll start a bit higher. One of the umbrella was supposed to be called Umbrella, but the person who named it hesitated. What if I open Twitch and YouTube at the same time? I'm everywhere! Ah! Yeah, I've just been making a lot of these characters based on food. I have a lot of others. I'd like to draw them more. I'll use the... Infinite shortcuts are available to me. Oh, and lads, Caleb got a basketball banner. My sister was saying, "Get your head in the game." You gotta get your head in the game. Oh yeah, that maybe I should make Love and Deep Space streams like a certain goal or something. Maybe like a certain amount of super chats. I got a certain amount of super chats, I will stream Love and Deep Space. Ara Arte. Oh yeah, what's happening in Love and Deep Space lately? I haven't followed since their thing with like the whole shebang with the new character. I guess I just went and posted the update anyways. Although I can't imagine that many people were happy about it. Just move that to the top and clean up these edges a bit. Fans are giving Paper Studio the middle finger. There was almost a spree in the office. Honestly, them removing that one character just to appease the crazy sit is insane. Yeah, that's true. Like, well, I've never... Okay, I've seen characters get, like, backlash and stuff. I remember when Genshin had to release, like, a whole... Yeah, I remember when Genshin had to release, like, a whole-ass letter explaining how Zhongli worked. Because apparently people, didn't... Apparently people misinterpreted his mechanics. Like, he was meant to be more of a... I think he was meant to be more of a support when people weren't really expecting that. Yeah, like, they were like, what? They didn't really know how he worked. So, like, this is like, imagine if Genshin just deleted Zhongli from back there. It's probably a pretty apt analogy because from what I heard, the new character was, like, important to the lore and also was hinted at from a very long time. His design does not scream support. Let me... Here's the thing. But do their designs have to betray what kind of character they are? Like, oh, does it look like a support? Like, does he have to? I mean, fair, like, when you play an RPG like D&D, like, character classes like Ranger, Cleric, whatever, have, like, their own certain aesthetic. But then at the same time, like... You should look it up, the lad's black stamp. Okay, let me check it out. You with the sword, you're a warrior, right? Okay, I think I may have picked the wrong... I may have picked the wrong Google search words. Love and Deep Space. I'm not getting any results. Like, it's just like stamps as... What's it? It's just like stamps as merch and stuff. You with the sword, you're a warrior, right? The power of 2 accounts. The power of 2 accounts. Hello, Hazy Toast. Hello, Hazy Toast from Twitch and Hazy Toast from YouTube. You with the sword, you're a warrior, right? Nope, well, you know, he could be like a combat priest. Anyway, but yeah, like, I just find it a bit strange that people are like assuming all of this stuff about a character just because of how they how they look. Like, okay, I'm thinking back to other characters in Genshin Impact and I'm thinking, do they really look... Okay, to be fair, like, a lot of them, you could probably tell what they do just from looking at them, like Barbara's a healer, and she looks very healerish. Jean is a DPS, and... Jean is a DPS, and and she has like a sword and everything, and so on and so forth. But then again, like there are some characters where they don't really like follow that sort of mold. So I think they just started like going past the like the the usual conventions for character designs like in later parts of the game. Should I play Genshin again? Like there's a part of me that kind of wants to, but then there's also the part of me that is like, nah, that's way too much to keep up with. Like I think the thing that the Love and Deep Spaces company did wrong was that they Genshin Saturdays. ah! I'm not I already left that life so long ago. Yeah, anyway, like what they too many characters named Raiden now. Yeah, anyway, what I was going to say was like what the company of Love and Deep Space did wrong was that they listened to a pretty like statistically speaking, not that many people in the fandom. Like it's probably like a very vocal minority that didn't like the new character, but then that happened, and so kaboom kablow. Wait, I was gonna do something. Okay, I'm gonna color his face. Focus, focus. Like from what I could tell, they sort of perceived it as the company taking away attention from their other character, taking away attention from like their favorite character to focus on this new character. Like I think he even has like some CN players that did like him and wanted to, try Roblox. I actually saw some people like talking about I saw my first encounter with Valko, like the first way I found out Love and Deep Space was adding a new character was I saw ads of him. And then there were apparently a lot of people that also saw ads of him and downloaded Love and Deep Space just so they could romance him. But now they found out that he's gonna get removed from the game entirely, so yeah, like they just like, well, why did I even download this game? Like I don't think any other gacha drama is going to get it doesn't get any like crazier than this. I think like the only thing that could compare was like the time that like the bunny suit incident from Onkai 3rd, I believe. Like isn't the like and story is like one of the reasons that you play that sort of game, like a game like Love and Deep Space, which is obviously pretty story heavy. And other reasons that make me a bit scared to pick it up, but yeah. Reasons that I hope won't get me in trouble with YouTube sama. Again, many people have streamed Love and Deep Space before, so I should be fine. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I just had a random thought. Like something, I had a kind of random thought. So, you know how, King of Fighters made like an otome game spin-off? There's an otome game version of King of Fighters. So I was thinking, like, what if other games had like otome game spin-offs? Like Street Fighter or Tekken. Tekken, that would be kind of wild. I did know somebody that said that she had a crush on Jin, so maybe that might have some. But then again, like, the Tekken creator has this mantra. You know, the one, don't ask me for shit! So I'm not, so I don't know. I feel like if, yeah. Tekken would probably be the last game to get an otome game spin-off. But still, imagine though. I wait for the day when Kiryu Kazuma gets added in the fighting game. I left for 2 seconds and you're already shading. It is indeed shading time. Wait, I'm still using my other brush. Wait, let me look at what I did here. Like, it's a bit painter-like, so I'll try to emulate that here as well. Cross-referencing yourself is just part of being an artist. I have a joke. Sure, what's the joke? You better make me laugh or I'll ban you! Just kidding. Harada left Bandai Namco? Why though? What happened? Wait, what's gonna happen to Tekken? What does the ocean use to paint? What? Can you please give me a handsome anime character to draw? Gojo Satoru! Or if you've already tried to draw Gojo Satoru, watercolors. Not bad. Okay, if you already drawn Gojo Satoru, Nanami? Or if you want someone outside of JJK, why did you laugh at my joke? I'll find you. You can't just... Well, it just didn't make me laugh. You can't just force people to laugh. Didn't I laugh bad? You're banned! Just joking. I'll give you a timeout for... No, not you, the other one. Not you, the other one who told a joke that I didn't really laugh at. But yeah, if you were going to say like somebody not from JJK, well, I don't know, like I've started watching Demon Slayer, so maybe a character from there, like I'll be drawing Nanami and uploading a story. Oh, cool. Draw the unmasked Inosuke. I was actually gonna suggest Giyu, the guy that appears in episode 1. Him or Muzan. Song Jin, isn't that the guy from? Is that the guy from Solo Leveling? Yu Narukami. Oh yeah, Persona 4 guy. Yeah, I should probably like get the lighting and stuff sorted. Usually my characters are lit from the front and I draw them like this, but maybe I could get a bit fancier with the lighting. Like Danganronpa's sprites, I found out all the lighting always comes from the left. There's a sudden surge of AI being used in manhwa right now. Like, okay, because if you're releasing comics on a very tight schedule, then like people sometimes you get desperate. Sometimes you're looking for any like time saving measures you'll find. But then I'm not really sure if AI is the best way to go with it. Oh yeah, it might also depend on the agency. Like I've been okay, like I've already expressed my like past hesitation to start a comic because of all the time and all the maintenance it takes, but I'm thinking that maybe I could actually try to have a comic. Maybe it's not that impossible as I was thinking. I'll probably do a one-shot story about my original characters. It looks obviously AI, which is what I don't like about it. Yeah, that's one. Like, it's it's really hard to get away with like using AI without people knowing that you use AI, unless you fix it, of course. Because yeah, the one of the more obvious drawbacks of AI is just that it just looks like it. Like, have you noticed that a lot of AI generated stuff looks very like, similar? Okay. The buttons on his shirt. They're supposed to be like white chocolate. Let's see if I can do that. Eh. Here. There. I don't like this shading color. I'll just change it. What's important is that I get the shading down. Don't forget the inconsistency in AI generation. Yeah, that's why I don't really recommend it for, long-term use. Also, there's like copyright issues with it, but let's talk about the inconsistency. Like I think Citus got caught using AI at some point, and then like it was pretty obvious because the character didn't always look like they were trying to generate a certain character, but then the character didn't always look the same in all the generated pictures. And I guess they just didn't bother to fix it. Like I think they mashed together elements from two different designs of said character. Miss Lala announced she's pregnant. Oh, best wishes to her and her future baby. Hello. Anyway, the drumsticks. Wait, I'm still in the clothes, right? The the clothes designs. Yeah, his outfit doesn't really have a lot of trim. Like the other side of his jacket is hidden by his hand, so wait, I forgot to draw like the design on top of his hat. If I pull on Colonel Banner, the one you need to choose the operator. I mean, if you really want to, then go ahead. Like, there's a bit more of a chance of getting the operator you need. But yeah, just remember that everything comes with risks, including gacha pull, especially gacha pulls. So, also Desert Eagle is now in Girls Frontline too. Oh, sweet. Ow, my hand. Anyway, let's... Should I add more designs to him? Because right now he's looking... I'll just color the inside of his cuff red because I feel like that's more correct. But yeah, like his sister is so fancy. And he's like... doesn't really have much. Can you draw a cat? Hello! Well, cat... Okay, I can draw that quickly enough without a super chat. Like, here. That's a cat. If you would like a more, I guess somewhat involved cat drawing, then yeah, that'll be a super chat. But then I doodle stuff like cats a lot in my school notebooks and stuff. Thanks for the sparkles, Eric animation. Thanks for the star. I still don't get what jewels are, but thank you. Hey. I'm kindly requesting Twitch permission to spam your stream with this emoji. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I think I might have missed your message because I feel like my chat widget stopped showing Twitches. Okay, I think your message might have gotten lost a bit. Hazy from Twitch specifically. Na, 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 na. I packed Diego Simeone and my team is cooked. Oh no, they're gonna start playing Terror Ball. It's Terror Ball time, whether you'll like it or not. Like, I think there's like a joke screenshot. I think it's fake. But it says like, Simeone thinks that Allegri's tactics are too defensive. Like, I think his, I feel like his jacket is too plain, but for now I'll just focus on his face. Power disintegrated into nothingness. I am back now. Hey, welcome back. Hope you're okay. Okay, his eyes here are red. Oh yeah, speaking of Demon Slayer, okay, like when the show first came out, I had this like I had a very specific problem with it. I hadn't seen it yet, but I had like a problem with it. And that problem was, you know how sometimes they have like characters who, you know how Tanjiro's like eye shinies are in the middle of his eyes? Like for a long time I really hated that. Like it just felt weird to look at. But now I don't hate it as much. I've kind of warmed up to the white pupils. I mean, I don't exactly like them, but I don't have that but I don't really have like that same, you know, feeling that I had before. See, they look good sometimes. Yeah, like they can work. They're not always terrible. Although I guess like my design, if you look closely at my design and my eyes, wait, let me make myself bigger for you all to see. Here. Wait, let me try to face you. Yeah, my eyes have like this thing in the middle, so perhaps that's one of the reasons I've warmed up to it. The character reminds you of Santa from Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2022 specifically, huh? When adding shadow to a white thing, you use light blue or gray. I was gonna get to that. I will answer your question now. It depends. Like, sometimes the color I use isn't light blue or gray. Here, I'll show you my previous example. So I used pink for her. Her jacket and her hair are white. And so I used like a reddish, grayish, pinkish shade for her. So because I wanted to like drive home the dessert theme. My name color is purple. It's purple. It fits the Demon Slayer style well. Yeah, they also have other ways of drawing eyes that show like sometimes the characters just have a gradient in their eye. Like, or maybe it's like Nezuko where the pupils are like a darker color. Haven't replaced my pen tip in like 2 months, should I? I think it's been years since I last replaced my pen tip. Like I think when I bought the tablet before, it took me some 2 to 3 years before I realized that I even had to replace them. And that's a bit surprising because I'm somebody that has a very heavy hand when drawing. Yeah, you normally only replace it when it gets too dull or starts scratching. In my case, like, it was getting too dull. But now, it's neither of those things. So, I think the last time I replaced my pen tip might have been a couple years ago. Really, coloring in the eyes could help make the picture feel more done, you know? I'll just... So, are you just making members in a band? I've actually like got suggestions to make more of the red velvet family. Like I think somebody mentioned like red velvet cupcakes, but they're twins. Yeah, yeah. I guess I could add more marching band themed OCs to this group. But I do have other OCs based on different foods that aren't marching band themed. Like basically the first one I created was red velvet cookie, and the cookies reminded me of like I was thinking like what the cookies could be. And so I thought of like a drum, like one of those big drums that they have. So that's why he has these kinds of drumsticks, because he's playing one of those big drums, as you can see here. Make a song and animate them playing to it. I can't make music. I think, although I am pretty open to trying new things, like making music is the one thing I cannot make sense of. The copyright police will take her down only if I use an existing song. So I guess that leaves like finding somebody else to make a song for me. Once I'm able to do so, like once I have the funds, then then I'd probably try it. Tap tap tappy tap. Hello. Thanks for subbing. You won't make music, find a song and make them play, and well, that's definitely gonna get me something from the copyright police. Have you heard Weather Girl? Not yet. Wait, I think I have before, but I forgot. Hello. Wait, right, what layer are the drumsticks on? Okay, here's the drumstick layer. Make the marshmallows look like drumsticks. Wait, they weren't supposed to be marshmallows. Yeah, I'll probably add something like, I'll take a better look at those drumsticks. Although I'll probably make most of the like the changes later. Oh yeah, I was thinking about something. Did you know that all of the celebrity guests in B movie were real? Like sometimes they have like a celebrity guest, but then they have another actor play that celebrity. But yeah, all of the I don't know why it surprised me to find out that all the celebrity guests in B movie were real. Should I try to draw him? If you like, then sure. I know Kronk is there. Yeah, he plays like the boyfriend. But like I'm talking about like in the trial, in the trial, Barry interviews interviews isn't the right word. Like Barry questions Sting the musician and Ray Liotta the actor, and both of them are like actual, and that's actually them voicing themselves in the movie. I'm not sure why it surprised me to find that out, but yeah, that's actually them. It's that crazy. I don't know, I guess I just thought that the guy that plays as Vice City. I haven't played GTA. One of the first things that comes up when you look up Ray Liotta is Ray Liotta B movie. Hey! Hey, Ray Liotta was in Vice City. Isn't that something? Tommy. Oh yeah, yeah. He was also in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Right, he was in Hannah Montana! Whoa, he's everywhere. Can you play Roblox for at least one stream? Maybe I'll probably play Dress to Impress again. R.I.P. Ray Liotta, yeah. Rest in peace. I actually didn't know that he died until I looked up to see if he actually did voice himself in the B movie. So yeah. Wait, he was in that Cocaine Bear movie. Yeah, like looking through actors, famous people's Wikipedia pages, it's like, oh, they were in that and that and that too. Like, I don't know, like, not to be harsh, but like, hello, Sauce Merchant. Not to be harsh, but I just thought that nobody would want to be in the B movie. You know? But then again, like, the Emoji movie has a... But then again, I think they got, like, some pretty famous actors for the Emoji movie, so I guess actors will really be in anything if you ask nicely. No hate to the B movie, though. It was... it was kind of funny. What VA actors that caught you off guard the most? This is gonna take a while to think about, but like... Hello, Inator does stuff. Like, Bryan Cranston was in Kung Fu Panda. That's actually where I learned about him. How are you? Doing Doing great. Just drawing, chilling, yapping about anything. I'm doing, in his hair. Also, also when Genshin recast Inyari, they got the guy from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yeah, that one. Like, they said, oh, they finally found a new voice actor for Tinyari because, and then I saw, wait a minute, isn't that the guy from Wimpy Kid? And then people made, like, you know the I'm not gay Greg meme? People made edits of that. Still wondering why. Well, it's basically the only thing I play. Although I might try something else. Like, I don't know. I hear there's like Roblox karaoke. I saw Queso singing Let It Be. When I find myself in times of trouble, Corky. Can someone explain why my brother is dancing to funk? He is 8 months. I think you should alert your parents. Yeah, what's everybody's first video game? I'm curious. Like, your first video game can be a very important formative experience that shapes the way you look at life. Anyway, my first one was Pokemon on the DS. Pokemon Diamond specifically. Actually, there might have been other games that I played before that, like Bratz and the P. Okay, my first game was probably like Bratz and the PS2. Risk of Rain 2. My first ever video game was Minecraft. Are those drumsticks or marshmallows? They're supposed to be drumsticks, but right now they're looking kind of marshmallow-like, you know? First game was Plants vs. Zombies on the old iPod. I think you should make the marshmallows to lean into the food theme. Maybe like white chocolate chips. Because red velvet cookies have white chocolate chips. But then I also want them to look like drumsticks. I plan to do a lot more with my OCs. With the characters that I make, like, randomly. Or not so randomly. I mean, the stream that this guy came from was kind of planned to be just like a let's just make characters from food thing. Maybe I'll add more, like, yeah, I'll definitely add more members to the family later. I add shadow from the hat. No, no hat shadow. A very stressful morning, and he popped up on my recommended. That's really relaxing. Thank you. Thanks. I'm glad to hear that. Dun, dun, dun. He changed the lighting on the hand. It looks kind of off. Like, I'm trying to. One of the things that I really had to learn about more as I started trying to get better at art was like, yeah, mostly like with lighting and the direction thereof. So for how many layers do you have? Just the layers that I'm working with right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I can't count. Hold on. $15. I'd at most have 3 layers right now. Well, yeah, this art style just either I'm really bad at with layer management or this art style just takes up a lot of layers. Probably a combination of both. Like I had an art teacher that worked in comic books. And so we were always like, "Hey, you have to do all your stuff on and you need to save layers so that I think yeah, this teacher was also kind of old, so it's like concerned about the devices lagging. So we were encouraged to keep our layer count as low as possible. This is kind of like how they encourage you to keep your poly count as low as possible in 3D classes, which yeah, we were also encouraged to do. I went to school to work in video games. I mean, I'd still like to work in video games. Video game. I do like art. Art is the one thing that I don't get bored with ever. Speaking of comic books, I'd like to try drawing in the comic book art style. I think it would be fun. Okay. Man, art. So, wait, I'm kind of confused as to how I'm supposed to shade the collar. At this point, I'd probably add like a darker shade. Okay, maybe that's too dark. Needs a bit. Needs a bit more adjustment, I think. Wait, let me just cross-reference. Okay. Lighting for the other character came from the front, so I'll try to do that as well. Probably clean it up later, you know? So I just yeah, it's mental block time, which means it's time to look for the random topics. Usually there are a couple things that I do at this point: take quizzes, read creepypastas, ask for a random topic, talk about. If you guys know any fun quizzes I can take, please send some. You can hear like this wheel spinning thing. Would you rather live for a week in the future or 1 week in the past? Only a week? I don't know if you okay, you could probably learn a lot about either time period in a week. Persona 4 quiz. Wait. Wait, let me answer this question. Would you rather live for a week in the future or a week in the past? Maybe a week in the future. I'd like to know what happens in the future. We already know quite a fair bit about the past. But then we don't know anything about the future. So I would like a week in the future. But wait, can I go back? If I can't come back in the future, then that's gonna be a problem. Wait, which Persona 4 quiz exactly? Wait, actually I found this one quiz and I want to try to... I want to try to take it. Anyway, let me just open it right now. I hope that okay, the thing about the quizzes is that I can't check if they have anything like you know, sensitive or unsafe in them. So, we're going in. Let me just try to... Hold on, let me just get everything set. It's not loading yet, so we're gonna have to wait a while. If I can't finish the current drawing now, I'll do like I did before and finish it later. Okay, here's the quiz. How well do you know Tumblr? Except none of it is that one fandom because, let's see if you know all the in-jokes. Enter your name. Let's just pick a random name. Red Velvet. Why doesn't this quiz contain Super Hulock? Well, gee, I don't know. Why? I, the creator, don't know what that is. It's my quiz and I don't want to add it. Cowardice. I, the creator, know and don't care. This isn't about them. There's more Tumblr than one fandom. Well, gee. Okay, for those that don't know what Super Hulock is, okay, Super Hulock was like a combination fandom but of Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock. It pretty much like dominated Tumblr around like I think like early 2010s when all those shows were still running and the like. But yeah, let's go with it's my quiz and I don't want to add it. It's cowardice. I, the creator, no. Let's just pick these 4 answers. Let's go. Well, gee, somebody's passive-aggressive anyway. You have a character you like from the media. He is your Blinky from my movies, Bozo from my films, Baby Girl, Morbo from my shows. Okay, I know the answer here. It's Blorbo from my shows. Here's the blurble from your shows. Quote from a post that went viral. Alright, here's a question for you guys. Who is the blurble from your shows? Blurble from my shows is Rohan from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Next! What's Tumblr's priority for a children's hospital? Wizard permission, free HRT, staff benefits, or color theory? Let's go with color. Okay, like, this isn't like a personality quiz, it's a quiz, but yeah, it's color theory. I don't actually know where this joke came from. On Tumblr, a photo of children's hospital with red stripes along the floor and walls get popular, and when the obvious red has positive aspects according to color theory and ignore the hospital context. I think I might have seen this post somewhere. Next! The gods are back again with their sports equipment. That's right, you just got hit with... Jesus' javelin, Seth's baseball bat, Thor's discus, or Apollo's dodgeball. Well, yeah, I think even non-Tumblr users are familiar with this meme. First of all, Thor has a hammer. Second of all, it's Apollo's dodgeball. Which internet book club blew up on Tumblr in 2022? Whale Weekly, Dracula Daily, Jekyll and Hyde Daily, and My Immortal Monthly. Come on, you didn't even bother trying to make it like, what, Jekyll and Hyde, January? Januarily? Jekyll and Hyde, but only on months that begin with J. Okay, at this time, I was already not using Tumblr, so this might... I think I got... like, I got a similar question on a similar quiz, and I got the wrong answer. Whale Weekly, Dracula Daily, Jekyll and Hyde Daily. I don't know, Whale Weekly and Dracula Daily, both seem like... pretty viable answers. I'm guessing that Whale Weekly, of course, refers to the renowned American novel Moby Dick, or the Big White Whale. I think I got the title wrong. And Dracula, of course, is about the vampires and stuff. Maybe it's because maybe I feel like Tumblr might like their vampires, so Dracula Daily. Oh, so it is Dracula Daily. Goddamn, we should have Whale Weekly. Dracula Daily was the emailing list book club that a large portion of Tumblr users got really into. It was fun. God, I miss my dear friend Jonathan Harker. I don't say blah 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 blah. At which point in Dracula does he open the hotel? I should read Dracula. It's not a Limbus book, but it's still a classic and influential piece of literature, so it's probably worth reading. Next. One half Tumblr greetings require a call and response. The call is, when I was a young boy, fuck you! My mother took me into the city to sell me to a band. Which band would you guys get sold to? Just kidding. If I were sold to a band, probably the marching band. The Red Velvet Marching Band. And I like your shoelaces. It's I like it. And the response is, thanks, I stole them from the president. Tumblr once believed in a hack for infinite chocolate, cosmic muffins, purple teeth, no baked pastries. All of these actually sound pretty viable. I probably would have gotten this wrong if I didn't know the answer. But yes, infinite chocolate. We believe that you could cut chocolate a certain way and have infinite chocolate. You guys probably already know about the infinite chocolate glitch. So the infinite chocolate glitch basically has something to do with... basically, you cut chocolate in a funky manner. And then you, and then, like, it ends up in a way where the chocolate still ends up... I think Vsauce has a video about it. But then they revealed that you're slowly shaving pieces from the chocolate as you cut. So some chocolate is being taken away. Yeah, just look it up. Look up infinite chocolate glitch. It was really something. I actually kind of believed in it a bit. Yes, I have the Fell for the Infinite Chocolate Hack award. Next, do you love the phases of the moon? This you cut it like a diagonal. Yeah, like it's like diagonal, like somewhere around halfway, and then some other hoo-ha, and then you're left with like one whole square of chocolate, and then like the chocolate bar still looks whole. But okay, let's go back. Phases of the moon, the sound of silence, the color of the sky, the smell of home. Oh my god, I still reference this to this day. A hugely long, very annoying post on mobile. You only lose one piece. Did somebody say one piece? Anyway. Okay, so the color of the sky was this really long gradient-like post with the color... Okay, with all the supposed colors of the sky. So it would start with, do you like the color of the sky? And then like blue, like pink, gradient, black, I guess. And then it would end with which one? It got really annoying. And then sometimes people would put like different things at the end. Next. Which symptoms does fictional condition Alexandria's Genesis have? Oh my gosh, this cuts deep. Purple eyes. No periods. Read minds? I kind of wish it could make you read minds. No hair below the eyebrow. Oh wait, 6? I think it's look ages, inability to sunburn. And I didn't know it had 6 symptoms! Which one? Read minds? Does it actually make you read minds? I don't remember reading minds. Dark hair, I think. Yep, all of that, and people believed it. Yeah, like... Yeah, like I was, I'll admit I fell for that one too. For April Fools, we're deleting this website. First of all, you spelled chow wrong. I'm pretty sure it was sayonara, you weeaboo shits. Brought to you by the time someone edited a staff announcement back when post editing was a thing. So you like pie. Hello, hi, so you like pie. I'm drawing, but I've taken a break to take a Tumblr quiz. Who is Tumblr's favorite live-in celebrity? Jason Derulo, Neil Gaiman, John Travolta, Sandra Bullock. None of these are correct, by the way. Like, for a while, like, I think the most famous person to use Tumblr was, John Green. But then he left Tumblr. Also, Cole Sprouse had the Tumblr at some point. I feel like Cole Sprouse's Tumblr is gonna show up in the quiz somehow. Basically, it turned out to be like a social experiment. But yeah, Neil Gaiman had a Tumblr that he was like kinda active on, so yeah, this is the answer. Neil Gaiman doesn't have any social media joke, but he is active on Tumblr. John Green's favorite tastes. Oh my god, John Green. Okay, it's not Cole Sprouse's Tumblr, but yeah, this happened. Basically, they edited one of John Green's posts to say that he enjoyed the taste of... Yes. Nobody ever notices the blog name of heritage posts. One time I dreamt Haikubot or Bad Jokes by Jeff. I think it's Bad Jokes by Jeff. Incorrect! One time I dreamt is a popular Tumblr blog that posts people's odd dreams. Nobody checks the URLs and everybody is usually very surprised to find the post that is hers. I kind of vaguely remember this. What is the name of the third happiest man in place? Okay, this is definitely, out of my time. Missouri Marcus, Connecticut Clark, America Archibald, and France Fred. Let's go with Connecticut Clark. I love your drawings. Thank you. Good old Connecticut Clark from the Flork of Crows comic. Oh, wow. Flork of Crows. He owns a VTuber agency now. And his wife is Mallory, Malfina, Mara, Maleficent. I think it's Malfina. Or Mallory. Like, I don't know. These sound like very strange names. Let's go with Malfina. Whoa, you... A man you think is utterly pathetic and wretched positive, a truly sopping, wet, miserable beast is your... Okay, this is at the tip of my tongue. This is at the tip of my tongue. I feel like I know the answer, but I kind of forgot. Tumblr... Sexy man. I don't know, it's like something along the lines of Blorbo. I'm sure one of those words is scrunkly. Scrunkly, Scrimblow. Bimblow. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm pretty sure those are 3 out of 4 of the words. I'm just not sure what... I'm just not sure what follows after. Let's just submit the answers. Aw, dang it. I guess we'll never know. What did DashCon... Oh my gosh, DashCon. What did DashCon offer instead of refunds? A nice warm drink in a chat, an extra hour off it. Not deleting the website, you weeaboo. 15 minutes of a trampoline. Oh, this is, I was actually still around when this was unfolding. I was also around when people were floating around the ideas for a Tumblr convention. Yes, this is a quiz. An extra hour in the ball pit. There was also a raffle for a picture. What is Goncharov 1973? Answers, please, please. A mafia movie directed by Martin Scorsese. I think something Tumblr made up for fun, and a psychological study on how long it takes me to scream. 2 out of 3 correct. Okay, somebody bought some discount shoes it came with a billing for a fake film directed by Martin Scorsese. Tumblr has since taken the joke and run with it, making up the whole story in much the way that a kid in a playground does. Do I still get full points for this? Like, do I get full points or do I get no points? Or, like, do I get, like, 2/3 of a point? But yeah, like, this is kind of wild. This is a wild thing to get with some shoes. Those conventions look so depressing, especially that one Barbie convention. I don't think I've heard of the Barbie convention. I heard of the Minecraft one, like the Pokemon one. Oh god, the Pokemon one. Okay, about the Pokemon one, I heard somebody was like throwing ravioli. People from Tumblr are Tumblrinas, Tumblrites, Tumbles, probably having a bad time. Well... I think any of... not Tumbles. Probably having a bad time. Definitely true. I'm back, what are you doing? Oh, I'm taking a break and taking a quiz. Taking a Tumblr quiz. I've heard all of these words. I think Tumblrina is a bit more of an old-fashioned term, though. This is a word 2012-era Tumblr users took for themselves, and personally, I think it's charming. Yep, I was there! What machine do we put what creatures in? Blender, frogs, top hat, spiders, plinko, horses. Why would you put the horses in the plinko? What's a plinko? Broiler, mice. Well, top hats aren't a machine. I think it's Blender and frogs, although I'm not really sure of the context. At the horse plinko. What the hell is the horse plinko machine? Okay, I definitely missed this one. I bent the nail when playing with my brother. Hopefully it didn't bleed. In the famous mushroom post, OP demands a mushroom. Tell me the name of God, you fungal piece of shit. When asked to explain it, how did they reply? I don't actually know this one. Fuck off, this is my post. I say what I want. Decay exists as an extant form of life. I don't know, man. I was high. Mushrooms are parasitic gods and we are all not but their meals. Plinko is when you drop the ball and it'll hit the pins and you get the score. But why would you put the horses in the Plinko? Anyway, I think it's this one. Dang it, I don't know how to explain this one. It scares me to this day. Honestly, I'm a bit scared to find out as well. Next, what is Bidoof's law? No matter what someone posts, at least one comment will misinterpret it and get mad. Tumblr has no reading comprehension. If two bloggers post calls, it cancels out. That's called Podmas, and the B stands for bloggers. Now, if someone posts an awful political opinion, they're usually openly and shamelessly addicted to hentai. I regret to say that the best music video I've ever seen is the one for World's Smallest Violin. I didn't know that song had a music video. I'll check it out later. You mean pachinko? Anyway, so yeah, I regret to inform you guys that I do in fact know the answer to this. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why I know this answer, but yeah. Based on user @Bidoof's amazing observations, this is that people will say a lot of dumb stuff and then have incredibly public hentai addictions. I mean, if you're already addicted to hentai, you might as well go the whole 9 yards. You already lack, you already lack the concept of shame. Just say whatever you like. Does the elevator take you? EBDB, Gayland, Glupshitto, Blorboville. I wonder what Blorboville is like. Anyway, I think it's EBDB. You go to EBDB! What? What's the weekly celebration on Tumblr? Microwave Monday, Fuck It All Friday, Lost in the Sauce Wednesday, Out of Touch Thursday. Wait, Out of Touch Thursday is like a Twitter thing, right? Like, where you post the lucky star gif. Reaching out for somewhere to hold. Na 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 na. Okay. But like, maybe it's like a celebration unique to Tumblr. Like you played the song Out of Touch. Played the song Out of Touch by Hall & Oates, I think it was. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. Going out of my head. Out of my... But maybe it started on Tumblr, who knows. Out of Touch Thursday is the favorite. I headshotted my brother with a pillow and now he's looking at me like I owe him money. Who is a statistical outlier that... Oh my god, I still remember... Spiders George! I remember Spiders George. I still reference Spiders George to this day. People eat 4 spiders a year thing. Like, I think there was a Let Me Know video about this very statistical anomaly. Apparently, it was made up. Apparently, somebody made this up to prove a point that people don't really do research. And then, like, it just became like a Tumblr meme. Who's everybody's cousin, the skateboarder? I still somehow know this one. Like, I think this was a meme that also became popular outside of Tumblr. I think it was like a math problem. Your cousin Throckmorton, the skateboarder. Yeah, it's a physics post. Throckmorton, the skateboarder. Next. Why were the astronauts back early? Got bored, bad weather, moons haunted, space vampires. Okay, judging by the betting odds right now, I think it's like space vampires. Ah, the moon is haunted! Well, surely it's haunted by space vampires, right? Next. Tell me what else you'd like to add. Blah, 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 yada, yada. I'll just type something in there. Yeet. Next. I just want to see my score. I got 76%, not too shabby. I think some of the jokes I either forgot or am too old for. So yeah, that's how much I know about Tumblr. I'm apparently in this group of takers. Yeah. in the third largest group of takers of the quiz. So now you know a little more about Tumblr. Is this good? Is this bad? Who knows? Anyway, let's go back to drawing. Let's color in his mouth, because that's like kind of pissing me off a bit. Yeah, I just won't draw the teeth line. I feel like it's too much if I draw it. Okay, you know what? I'll add it anyway. Yeah, I won't add it. Yeah, no teeth line. That's good. They added the fat body type. Oh yeah, I saw a video about that one. You can blend into... That's gonna make Candyland a lot harder. Candyland is like my least favorite. It's my least favorite stage in the whole game. I always end up losing on that one. I'm gonna try and survive by drawing queso. Like, you have to do the queso voice. Like, if you're playing with friends, then you must entertain them with the queso voice as well. We should play Chameleon again. We should have another Chameleon stream. That's bound to be a good time. Not a 1x1 Lego brick. Yep, you're banned. I don't get the 1x1 Lego. Okay, let me look up 1x1 Lego brick. made a queso 1x1 Lego brick. Like one of the first things that comes up when you Google 1x1 Lego is like the queso 1x1 Lego. The marshmallows don't look like drumsticks yet. Wait, I'm still looking up the drumsticks. Big drum. Okay, this is... Okay, I either may have... Okay, the... Actually, actual base drumsticks are not as, skinny as I've drawn them. They're a bit rounder and, less marshmallowy. So, any changes I make to this will have to happen in the... Here. Make this rounder. Yeah, any changes that happens are gonna have to be with the lines. You see you've been watching One Piece. Great choice, you're probably in the Alabasta arc. Yep, I've just finished that. Robin has become part of the team now. So we'll see where the gang goes next. Like there's a whole I'm skipping the fillers as I go. So if the number suddenly rises, it means that I skipped filler. I'm going to head to sleep. Okay, have a nice sleep. I'll probably end the stream soon as well. But I want to do like the important stuff like live. Okay, now to color. Them drumsticks. Okay, they look more like marshmallows now, but I swear this is more accurate, I promise. You should watch That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I've been meaning to watch that. Looks like fun. Wait, is there something I am missing? No, the sticks just naturally look very marshmallowy. Although if I could probably add like some parts. Like maybe some ribbon. Yeah, I'll color that in later. Oh, me arm. Okay, the brush. Thing tells me Jonathan never went to sleep and is still watching. Perhaps they lurk among us. Eh, I think that fold on his shirt is kind of out of place. The hat. Yeah, like the back of the hat. But I'll probably like erase some bits. Okay, my model is starting to get all twitchy. Yeah, I should really get like that the application that fixes your model tracking. Okay, not fixes, but like it makes it better. Yeah, I should just the hat. Okay. I'll stop here. I shall end the stream here. Here is the state of Red Velvet Boy so far. You'll probably complete. I'll probably post the completed version along with this one once it's done. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you for watching. Wait, one last question. Okay, I shall entertain your question before I go. Are those CD earrings on your VTuber? Well, yes, they are. I put CDs on my ears because they're cool and I like them. They don't actually play anything though, although they could probably fit in one of the smaller disk drives. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you all next time. That's actually tomorrow. We'll be playing Persona. Actually, it might just be like grinding. I might take on the extra bosses. Yeah, anyway, thank you. Bye.